Yes, Mr. Jugal Manoj, shall we start?
Yes, sir, definitely. So
Okay.
we'll be starting the session now. I will give a brief introduction about the speaker. So our speaker name is Milind Thosar, sir, and he has done BE in Mechanical Engineering, MBA Operator Management, IGNOU, Delhi. He is having 30 years of experience at different locations such as Mumbai, Jindal Mumbai, then Gujarat, in India, and in foreign he is having experience in Libya, Saudi Arabia, and more. He is the owner of Ramdas Engineering and consultant for steel industries. And today he is going to start a session on enhancing internal security with IoT. So up to you, sir. Please start the session.
Okay. Good afternoon to everybody. I am Milind Thosar. I will be giving webinar on enhancing intersecurity with IoT. Okay. Uh, myself, Milind Thosar, B Mechanical MBA from Maharashtra. Okay. And worked at different locations and companies like Maharashtra Simrats Limited, Jindal, Mumbai, Welspun, Gujarat, Gandhidham, then Karyan Pisir Machines, Dehradun, and out of India, Libya, Saudi Arabia, UAE. So I had seen they are working at different locations, hence know the different governments also. Also, I am related with exposing the scams in economic sector in India. Example, Gracia, Life Insurance Corporation. Okay, I will give one proof for that. This is the letter issued by PMO, Prime Minister Office, in LIC scam to the CBI, Central Bureau of Investigation, Nagpur. Okay. And it is a big scam. In my opinion, for one company, it may be 10 crore. And if there are 100 such companies, then the economic scam can go up to 100 crores. It is under investigation by Director of Enforcement, New Delhi, and CBI both. Prime Minister had issued letter for that also. You can see the letters. Now I will come with the challenges of internal security. 2021. Farmers or any other agitations, border issues of many states, example Assam, Mizoram, Maharashtra, Karnataka, railway train blast, explosives, transfer, terrorist movement, etc., national and state highways, explosive transfer, terrorist movement, illegal cash movement, etc. Five, Naxal problems in Jharkhand, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, etc. Society clashes of one religion against another, one caste versus another, one political versus another, BJP versus Trinamool Congress in West Bengal, one worker union versus another, etc. Passenger plane hijacking, airport, etc. Big bank defaulters moving out of the country and not much action taken by the government. Challenges to the internal security, ordinary man losing confidence in judiciary and government. This is the most important thing. Okay, I will give you the figures. Neighboring countries supporting anti-national elements in one way or the other. Drone attacks on Indian territory. Example, Russia airport. Terrorists coming in India via land, sea, and air. Challenges to internal security 2021. Poor man income should increase and rate of inflation should be nil. This is the most important point for poor man. Technology generation in software, hardware, and other sectors to avoid spying by foreign companies and our government. We should be ahead of others in software, hardware, telecommunication, electronics to safeguard our websites. Identifying persons with no or little income and are threats to security. 16. Identify persons whose speeches are anti-national or against any religion or any state or any class of people. Keeping good health of citizens and load on hospital is less that is COVID epidemic, unemployment. Now I will take the one example of serial bomb blast in Mumbai. And RDX was launched at Shekhadi village in Srivardhan Tehsil, district Raigad, Konkan, Maharashtra in 93. And via sea, RDX reached at Shekhadi via sea. It is in Maharashtra near Mumbai, Raigad district. Same was used in 1993 serial blast in Mumbai. See, in this case, not a single police officer is terminated for giving safe landing at the Raigad district. In India, there should be positive action that since the police verification, it was found that it was landed in Raigad, no action is taken. We should have positive action towards police. And we should see in that village, which are the persons who had given them support. So our seashore patrolling is poor and government watch on residents' activities of coastal belt. It can be done via drones, satellites, citizens' activity checking, etc. Now I will show you the map. Here is the Shekhadi or Srivardhan Tehsil. And from here, if you see at the map, it went from this route to Mumbai. So when it was moving via the road, if we have good patrolling system or that DSP's district Raigad administrative power or reputation was good, then it will not have been possible to land the RDX at RDF at Raigad district. But since his reputation was not that much good, they were able to put it at Shekhadi village in Srivardhan. And it is at least 140 kilometers from Shekhadi village to Mumbai, and they could travel it very easily because in India, when any four-wheeler moves on the road, there is no questioning by the police, and hardly GPS system was there. Or even in India today also, very few vehicles are having GPS which are traveling on the fast tags. They are having GPS, or few state governments had made it. GPS and name of the driver and owner, it should be in the public domain. I will show you the pictures of Mumbai blast, where it was happened. Mahim Sea Beach, Plasma Cinema, Century Plaza, Jhaveri, Sahar Airport, like that. These are near about 7 or 9 places it happened. So they could move in the Mumbai with all that RDX, and not a single DSP of the Mumbai was given punishment. So our judiciary should change. If the bomb blast happens in that area, that DSP should be held responsible and he should be removed out. And in this way, it will improve the faith of common people. Now, enhancing the inclusivity with respect to poor and specifically with respect to farmer, my question. As per the Indian government budget given on the website, Indian budget is shown 34,50,305 crores. Out of that, direct money transfer to farmers is only 1,49,000. This is far less in comparison with the national budget. You can see graphically how much it is less. So if Indian government is giving very less to the poor and money is going to the 1 or top 10 industrialists much, then that economy is not good. That is not the good economy. You can see the figures graphically. Indian budget versus farmer allocations over 1 year. This is the map of India, and our neighbors are Pakistan, China, Bhutan, Myanmar, Bangladesh, Maldives, etc. Now, enhancing the internal security of 2021 with IoT, Internet of Things. Internet of the Things are mobiles, drones, sensors of different types. Example, Gracia, locational, speed of vehicle, maybe radar, as used in Saudi Arabia.
Sorry to interrupt. Just a second. Can you please slide show it so that it will maximize? It will be more clear.
Sir, it is coming in my screen. It is coming.
Yeah, okay, no problem.
You see here in my laptop.
Yeah. Yeah, it's visible, no problem, sir.
Okay, or they can put a hand on that and they can make it bigger screen.
Yeah, no problem, sir.
If they are opening in their mobile, then there is a square type one symbol. They can put.
Yeah, no
finger on
problem.
that. No problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
IoT, Internet of the Things, mobiles, drones, sensors of different types. Example, Russia, locational speed of vehicles, radars, as used in Saudi Arabia, UAE, websites, Aadhaar card, bank card, passport, etc. Signal transmission systems of different types. Okay, even mobile signals are going. That is also data of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Aadhaar card, thumb type, and eye checking machine, as used on the airports. Now this is the system. Okay, enhancing internal security 2020 with IoT. From the bank, OTP will go on the mobile customers. Mobile. From mobile, it will go to the mobile tower, and from mobile tower, it will go to the again bank network, and his money will be deducted. But this we should use more. I will tell you the things in the next few slides in more. Enhancing the internal security of 2021 with IoT radar system road find. Photo of radar on road. GPS tracking of car signal on or police sending signal to the owner of vehicle who had violated the speed norm and identifying his bank account from RTO system. Deducting money from the bank account and message to the driver and owner of the vehicle, district RTO officer. This is the truck. He is traveling speedily on highway. Radar will check it. It will send signal to the road monitoring system for violation. Message will go, and from bank account it will go to the owner's mobile, and also another signal will go to the driver what he had violated with photo. If this is done, and it is already implemented at some places, okay, only on nationwide we should start it. When truck starts on the road, they should give intimation to the RTO, both state and central government, that this truck will move from such and such place to such and such place, so that RTO and other investigation agency can track it, and no untoward or explosives can be transferred from one place to another. This is required in Indian system. This is lacking. Characteristics of IoT, unique identity, OTP, one-time password for mobile verification, dynamic nature, high-speed vehicle tracking radar in national highways and capital, self-adapting, example, day and night temperature measurements, or camera mode changing as per light, self-upgrading to latest antivirus tools, data transmission and processing, heterogeneity, integrated to networks and website configuring. Now I will talk about Rakesh Tiket farmer protest. Farmer protest led by Mr. Rakesh Tiket near Delhi. Remedies with spy entering the farmers protest as a farmer and sending data to government. Photos, their supply line, including money, source, persons, their first name, surname, village, etc. From telephone companies, data, identifying mobiles which are working in that area, owner's name, surname, his Aadhaar card. This is the photo of Rakesh Tiket doing farmers attestations in Delhi. He is much moneyed man, verifying farmers protest leaders' income, source, bank account, profession as per Aadhaar card. Use of smoke gas in dispersing the mob of farmers. They could have done this thing using smoke gas, but why government had not done that, I can't say. Okay. With this, they could have reduced the farmers' protest. Use of drones in surveillance of mob in day and night. Now regarding Indian Railways, enhancing intersecurity within Indian Railways. Present system refer to the IRCTC website www.irctc.co.in for this. Earlier, when we were making reservations, they were not asking for Aadhaar card and postal address much. Now they are asking for Aadhaar card. Without Aadhaar card number, your reservation cannot be done. And also they are asking for post office to which you belong. This is the most important time, but this is not sufficient. I would like to tell you, following things need to improve. Suppose if the person is making a reservation, mobile number verification from OTP, this is the first thing they should do. Then destination place verification from concerned relative or company and an organization with OTP. Means the person is traveling, say, from Mumbai to Delhi. Then OTP should go to the both places, from Mumbai to another friends and Delhi to his friend, where he is going. Then the PAN card verification of the person. This should be made compulsory for the persons making reservation. If PAN card is made compulsory, then the chances of traveling by unknown persons or by terrorists will decrease. And one more, I am adding police verification of the reserved person's name from state and central government websites, so that he is not accused in any case. This is required. This is lacking in Indian system. This is the most important thing, police verification from state and central government. Informing all passengers coming to United Territory Delhi will have to give thumb identification at the railway station. Suppose if the train is going to Delhi, then after reaching to Delhi, Aadhaar card machines should be made ready at Delhi railway station, and they should check whether the person whose name is there, his thumb is matching with as given in the railway system. In this way, if this is done at both the places, at 3 places minimum, starting station say Mumbai, then at Mumbai we should do, end station is Delhi, then at Delhi we should do, and main junctions like Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Indore, Bhopal, Vijayawada, like that. If we start doing thumb checking in between stations, then automatically bogus reservations and terrorists moving by the railway will decrease. Even though he can travel by ordinary coach, but that chance is very less. Okay. Then apart from that, all passengers should have compulsory health card. That checking we should start while making reservation itself, that he had COVID-2 vaccines and his health is good. This government should do on a nationwide, so that the internal security will increase. For example, oxygen ppm checking, or pulse rate, or blood pressure, or sugar levels, or whatever the government decide, but this government should increase. Then planes. Similarly, for airplanes, when the person is making reservation or purchasing ticket, his PAN card should be checked. It should be made compulsory, PAN card, so that no terrorist can move. Verifying his mobile number from 3-4 persons. For example, his own starting destination, starting point, his destination, and 3 friends working at both the places, bank account and PAN card with OTP. Asking information about starting place by asking to verify 3 friends who are not traveling and will be at the starting position on the date of booking. Verifying his Aadhaar card at the starting city. This way we can increase the internal security with IoT at planes. I will give example of India versus Israel also later. verifying the identity of person by central and state government police record and verifying that terrorist or accused is not given reservation in the planes. Then tracking the position of the plane by Indian satellites, and if any variation in route is there, it must be informed to Indian Air Force and action to be taken so that plane is given intimation to land on India safe airport or fetch the action by Indian Air Force. I will also like to add one more point here. We should make compulsory to Indian government that only Indian Air Force pilots should be made pilots of passenger planes. Not ordinary pilots should be made pilots of the passengers. Because the person who had worked in the Indian Air Force, he can fight with the terrorists very good, and we could avoid this thing. Continuous tracking and remaining in contact with the co-pilot, pilot by starting and destination airport. Any variation or non-communication should be intimated to higher authorities and airplane monitoring system. Then another one thing is that pilot should be given firm order that in case if terrorist comes inside the plane, then he should land the plane within the Indian borders. Whether all the passengers will die, no problem, but the plane must be landed inside the Indian borders. This is the most important thing. Pilot, co-pilot, air staff, including air hostess, should have training to fight with the terrorists. Preferably, pilot staff should be from Indian Air Force only. Then mobile purchasing restriction should be there. His Aadhaar card, PAN card, etc. should be checked. I will like to tell you, at present, much is going on about Antalya case in Mumbai, Maharashtra. You may have heard Reliance Industries had got calls to give ransom, okay? And in that case, SIM cards were purchased from Ahmedabad and Surat area, as per the information revealed by National Security Agency. So we should have both where there should be restriction on SIM cards as well as mobile purchasing. If somebody is purchasing more mobiles or more SIM cards, then there should be investigation of it. And the same SIM cards they had used to ask for ransom to Ambani Group. If person is poor, that is below poverty line, his Aadhaar card, then his restriction for purchase to mobile should be 1. And if he is purchasing more than 1, then there should be inquiry why he is purchasing more mobiles. This should be done for each and every citizen at the national level. This work can be done by both male and female police at the police station. For every SIM card issued, check his location whether it belongs to the same address as mentioned in the Aadhaar card. And if it is moving away from the Aadhaar card's address, then government should start checking whether what is the activity of that person. Aadhaar card for purchasing even mobiles and SIM card, PAN card should be made compulsory, and 3 persons or friends should be known to them, and OTP should be sent on 3 persons mobile ID, so that the SIM and mobile purchase is purchased by the genuine person. It should be verified. At present, this is lacking. Just now I had read in the newspaper that in Delhi area, one person had purchased 500 SIM cards, and he was using that 500 SIM cards for making fake calls to the customers and publishing the data of mobiles and SIM card via one website with name and surname, who had purchased, how much he had purchased. At present, this is lacking. Even in government system, this is lacking. I will tell you with proofs. Verify SIM card against each and every citizen by sending OTP to him and informing of mobile number, name, surname, city with PIN code should be in public domain. Public domain is the most important thing I'm talking. It should not be secret. It should be in the public domain. Then the system will improve. Because few police cannot check about whole nations. If it is in the public domain, then 135 crore people can check whether the given data is correct or not. Also, government should check money spent on mobile purchasing is in proportion to his income. If any variation is there, then government should ask reasons for it. Persons purchasing mobiles with location data, sending messages to enemy countries or terrorists should be identified. I would like to tell you, in Maharashtra, in Nanded, one transmission tower was found, which was illegal. Transmission tower itself was illegal, and it was sending signals to the other countries without permission. So what they must be doing? We as a 135 crore people should have watch on government activities, also on neighboring areas when we are moving in the society. This is the most important point. Then one picture shows that many poor ration card holders getting subsidized or free food, and they were coming on bikes. So if bike person, that is two-wheeler person, is getting free ration card, then what activities he will be doing during his free time? He may be doing antisocial activities or maybe thefts like that. So we have to check whether on the ration card persons coming are genuinely poor. In this way, it will improve. And this data we can get from the Facebook pictures or Instagrams or people transferring data one person to another. This photo I couldn't get, but I had kept it, okay, space for there. Ration card holders coming on ration card on bikes. This also, I had got a message from one mobile that you will get 25 lakhs in lottery with the photo of Mr. Narendra Modi and Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. Okay. I am having that number also, but I had not given to police because sometimes they don't take action. But this is, if I got the message, then the message must have been went to the at least 1 crore people. And what the government is doing, this is the most important thing. Government action, even CBI action should be in the public domain. What that with the names of officer involved or the name of the accused. But at present, CBI website is also not much clear or people friendly. Now regarding SIM cards, I had talked, but again I will like to look, whenever the SIM card is being purchased, there should be verification of its name, Aadhaar card, PAN card, and sending OTP to 3 friends. This is the most important thing because SIM cards are misused. Import-export data must be in public domain. At present, import-export data is not in public domain. And hence, if it is in the public domain, or if we check with the ports authority, okay, then much scams can come out. And with internet also we can check. Only thing is that government has to make website people friendly. For example, if any foreign exchange transaction is there either into the country or out of the country, then his name, surname, PAN card, amount in US dollar, destination, end user name, name of the nation, getting foreign supplier or importer verification via OTP. His mobile also we should check. At present, most probably this is not done. If government starts doing this, that the actual person to whom he is sending goods, that person's foreign mobile number, then much scams will come out of the country. My experience shows that if this type of data is in public domain, then much misuse and scams will come out. 100% much scams will come out. Then central, just like at present in Maharashtra at least, DSP is having WhatsApp number, and that is easily given to the public and it is in the public domain. Similarly, that WhatsApp number should on all India basis for each and every DSP. And apart from that, central government should give one more officer's WhatsApp number to the public, so that if this DSP is not working, or maybe you can say CBI number, if DSP, he can send the photos to both DSP district plus and CBI, so that government can do fast action. But my experience is that even if you inform to CBI, sometimes they are not taking action much faster. I had 16 persons had made complaint to PMO, www.pmindia.government.in and or PG portal, public grievances portal, and not much action is taken. I will not say action is not taken, not much action is taken, so that the persons can get their provident funds and like that. For any antisocial activity, there are black money which is coming from one way or the other. So government should come very heavily on the black money. And with IoT, it is possible. And that list of Central Bureau of Investigation officers, area-wise, should be in the public domain. Okay. Government should declare a price of rupees 1 lakh per year or rupees 50,000 per month to Indian citizen for showing government inaction, inefficiency, corruption in department. This way, we can increase the internal security of India. Names should be published via websites and facilitation should be done in public. At present, this is lacking. This will reduce the anger against government and will increase the faith of public in government.
Excuse me, sir. We cannot see your screen. So can you please share again?
Now check.
Not yet, sir.
Not yet.
No, please share again.
Okay, okay. One minute, I will check. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now it is or still not there?
No, sir.
No. Okay. I have to check what went wrong.
Yes, sir. Now it is visible, sir.
Okay, okay. I am coming. Okay. Now visible?
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Okay. Government should declare a price of rupees 1 lakh per year to the citizen. Will give good pictures okay, of Indian citizens for showing government inaction, inefficiency, corruption in government departments. Names should be published via websites and facilitation should be in public. This will reduce the anger against government and will increase the faith of public in government. This is the most important thing, that faith of public in government should increase. If Vijay Mallya is moving from the country with thousands and crores of rupees, and poor person is not getting a loan of rupees 10,000, then what faith he will have on the government? Even though Mr. Modi and Yogi are doing good, but this we should think. Then NCC cadets mobile, national cadet corps students, okay, which are doing the service for the defense at the schools and colleges. If they are given training about mobiles and internet IoT, then they can act as a good citizens and they can send pictures to the government. And in this way, we can increase the internal security of India. Present washing allowance stipend is very less to this NCC candidates, and it should be increased to minimum rupees 500 per month. They can be given multiple skill development program, including road traffic management, public event management, hospital management, which will help the government. And in this way, we will increase the internal security of India. Then Indian border citizens and rest of India. At present, what is happening? Those who are living in the border areas of India, they don't have any attachments with the rest of the India. And those who are living away from the borders, they do not have any attachment with those who are living at the border areas. So government should start giving some traveling allowance and some host allowance to both the families who are traveling, and to at whose house they will stay for 3 to 5 days. In this way, if government starts scheme, then the internal security of India will increase and nationalistic spirit will increase. And this will not require much money. Only it will require government's attitude to change. Passport holders, okay. After receiving passport for 6 months, government should send OTP at his given number and check whether he is still residing in India or he went out of India. And also phone call should be made as his number by asking orally also. If he is not available, then one should start checking what he is doing. Myself, since worked in UAE, I found one person from India who was worker. He went along with me there and he left the company and he joined another company. So you can imagine what would the management of that nation have thought about it. And if the same person goes for antisocial activities, then what will happen? This happened in UAE. And if the person is going out of India, his foreign mobile should be checked by sending OTP. If the person is traveling or getting visa, then government should check with all the passengers' name they are having from all plane services, okay, or even from the ports, to which nation he is moving. And he should, government should check after 3 months or 6 months by sending OTP to his number and should ask for what reason he is going. Many persons are going to UAE or other nations, and then they are going to the nation for which they are not entitled to go. So we should have through OTP or through emails, we should track the movements of Indian citizens outside India, what they are doing. send OTP to his Indian mobile number and verify his credentials, the work for which he went. If they are not able to send OTP to the Indian government, then investigation should be done of that passport holder. Now, transmission tower. Verifying the mobile and transmission towers are installed in the district and are working only for Indian government. This is the most important thing. I told you earlier also that in Nanded district of Maharashtra, they found one tower which was working for the foreign nation. So, as an Indian citizen, we should be alert whether the towers which are installed in our area, they are really working for the Indian companies or they are fake or they are working for the enemy nations. Mobile tower data should be published via website and it should be in the public domain. Then there is another thing known as religious and caste harmony, which we should measure the religious and caste harmony goodwill index of each and every citizen of India by asking him to send name, surname, Aadhaar card, PAN card, number of friends who are from different religion and caste, and giving them benefits like less price in government ration cards, subsidy in government house cylinders, railway reservations, etc. If this is done, then the Indian security system, internal security of India will improve. This is the most important point for, and this can be done by mobiles and by checking the Aadhaar card, and in each and every person's Aadhaar card, this index should be there, religious and caste harmony, what he had done. Because otherwise we fight for very small things. My observation is that when I was working in Saudi, 2 Indians fought there. Okay, if they can fight outside India, then if they are in India, they will fight how much? And in this way, we are losing. So to improve the internal security of India, we should measure the religious and caste harmony goodwill index of each and every citizen of India. Then government should check the poor person's income and he is receiving ration for each and every month. Then people will not come on the streets. At present, what is happening? Big industrialists are taking away thousands and crores of rupees from the government system, whether it is BJP or Congress. And poor person is not getting his ration, or he has to move many times to Tahsil for one certificate. So this system should be changed. Government machinery should be made accountable for that. For each ration card, they should check whether they have purchased, and if they have not purchased the ration from ration shop, then government should ask them whether you are having food to eat or not. This each and every government, whether it is state or central, should start. This can be done via websites, via mobiles, and in this way we will improve the internal security of India, because if persons are having a good satisfaction index, they will not come on the streets. And if the person is willing to work for 200 days per year, his record should be made in public domain for which company he had worked against each and every person. Increasing the national pride index. Okay, this is also required. I could not make it because time was less. Okay, increasing the India's national pride index. Every citizen should have pride that yes, I am the citizen of India. Then also the internal security of nation will increase. I work in Libya. I would like to tell you one thing there. If the male is there and his age is 20 years and above, till 60 years, he had to do 1 month service in the military, compulsory 1 month for every 1 year. Whether he is peon or he is general manager of company, whether he is working in the private sector or government sector, he has to give 1 month service. Then automatically the internal security will improve. And similar thing is there in Israel also. Fruitful utilization of ex-servicemen with IoT, giving them training to work as a railway driver or on guard of passengers and goods trains. Hence, much area of India will be covered. They can take photos, they can be make internet savvy, and they will give photos of India. And in this way, ex-servicemen will get the job and internal security of India will improve. Giving them training for driver of a four-wheeler, goods truck, heavy-duty vehicle, passenger cars. And since they will be moving on the roads, internal security of India will improve. Giving them training as a postmaster and postman. And in this way, the ex-servicemen's good utilization will be there and internal security of India will be improved because they have already worked in defense. Giving them reservation in police, all departments, weapon training, good physics, verifying at least one ex-serviceman is present in at each police station. In this way, we will improve the internal security of India. Change of name and marriage. At present, only change of name is done at Tahsildar and Collector Office, District Place or Taluk Place. Only Aadhaar card is required. Residence proof is required. We should add following security to connect it. Connecting bank account. Okay. Ration card, passport, driving license, employment office, and our company informing to school and our college for verification of identity. And 5 neighbors' name with Aadhaar card and OTP verification. If this is done, then this fake change of name happening in India will decrease. And in this way, we can, I had heard the stories, okay, that after changing the name, even in Antalya case, they are having bogus Aadhaar cards. And bogus Aadhaar cards were used by ex-policemen. Bogus Aadhaar cards were used and fake Aadhaar card is given to 5-star hotel, as happened in the National Investigation Agency investigation. Okay, so we should avoid that. If this is done, if change of name is there even at the time of marriage, then following things should be there, or without marriage, then fake change of name will not be there. Then at the time of birth and death, following security items should be added. Birth OTP from doctor and nurse to municipality, minimum 3 OTP from different hospital staff to municipality, birth OTP from mother and father to central government, birth minimum 3 OTP from neighbor to state government, and then only birth certificate to be issued. For each and every birth certificate issued by any government, we should check whether that person is still alive or he is dead or he is untraceable. In Maharashtra, in Baramati district, Baramati Taluka, one village was found in which population was 7,000 or 8,000, and total village in the investigation was found to be bogus. You can check from the same how much bogus things are going in India. Whole village and 16 government officers were found to be involved in that. So how much ration card, means food, would have wasted or corruption is there in the system. Then land ownership. Okay, we know the land of India. We know the land of India. We know the land of each and every government. Then on that government land, who is the responsible person so that anti-social elements do not make, or illegal immigrants do not make home. So this should be sent for every land. There should be Aadhaar card linked to it, PAN card linked to it, and which officer is or which person is responsible if any anti-social activity is going on that land. This should be made in the public domain. At present, it is lacking. If it is done, the Bangladeshi or illegal immigrants nuisance will be decreased. I had even heard the stories that Russian prostitutes coming to India, Nagpur area, and living illegally for 6 months. You can imagine how our internal security is there. Even if you inform to police, police will not take sometimes much action. Corruption index of India is to be improved. Okay, for that much is to be in the public domain. Even CBI things should be in the public domain. I will give one example of India versus Israel. Indian airline flight on 5th July 1984 was hijacked from Srinagar airport, which was traveling to Delhi, and it landed at Lahore airport. Okay, another Indian airline traveling from say Nepal to India. Okay, it went to Kandahar in Afghanistan. While the same thing happened with Israel in Uganda. Okay, flight from Israel, it was hijacked and it went to Uganda. The date was 4 July 1976. Indian government accepted the demands of Sikh and Muslim terrorists. Israeli government not accepted the demands of terrorists. Indian authorities neither shot down the plane. Israeli forces overpowered the Ugandan and terrorists at the airport and taken the same plane with them and flew to the Israel. Indian authorities had not tried to attack the plane on Indian sky and or foreign land. Israeli forces went to the Uganda, which is approximately 2,500 kilometers from there. Okay, at least 1,000 kilometers from there. Okay, and they landed safely in Israel. So Indian plane system need to be foolproof. There is much lacking. Even after these two incidents, Indian government had not learned any lessons. India needs strong security measures, including identification of passengers with thumb checking at airport, bomb material, etc. Pilot should be from Indian Force only. This is the most example from India versus Israel. Okay. This is all from my side. Now you can ask me questions. Okay. If you have any, most welcome. Or you can write in the chat box. I will try to give answers.
So if anyone wants to ask any questions, please ask or write in chat box. So shall we take a 5 minutes break?
Okay. 5 minutes break we will take.
Yeah, sir. We'll take 5 minutes break. So if anyone wants to ask any question, please write in chat box and we'll resume in 5 to 10 minutes.
Hello. Hello, Mr. Jugal.
Yes, sir. We can start now.
Okay. There is one Mr. Sunil. He had asked how much resources and time will you require to implement all the security levels as mentioned in a large country like us. I will
Yes, sir.
tell, okay. I would like to tell you, as far as time is concerned, within 1 year we can start implementing much of the things, and it will not require more than 500 crores. Okay, and if this amount, if you feel, okay, 500 crores for different laptops and websites preparation etc, then it is not much compared to the what we lost in COVID and other in internal security of India. Losses we have done due to terrorist attacks on India, it will be much less compared to the what we are having bad debts in the country. And I can take the initiative and I can show you that it will improve with visible figures. Okay. For example, if we start checking at the starting station railway, okay, if train is traveling from Mumbai to Delhi, if we start at one platform, we keep it completely for checking the persons, okay, and no other person will come, then automatically the security will improve and there will be no bomb blast on the trains or at the railway stations. Similarly, we can improve, we can start just like random ticket inspection, we can start random person identification at main junction like Ahmedabad, then Nagpur, then Vijayawada, Hyderabad, Visakhapatnam, Agra, Jhansi, like that. And accountability should be there. Okay, if there is bomb blast in particular district, then DSP should be terminated and he should be given public punishment. Then the things will improve. It will not improve that after the bomb blast, they will start inquiring. Before bomb blast, they had to keep the things such a good that even a single person reports anything, then he should take it seriously. This is not happening in India.
Any more questions?
In UAE, you will find ATMs without security persons and nobody, no theft is occurring. But in India, there are thefts because they know the punishment should be in the public place. This is the most important point. We have to change the system from the top. If the person gets punishment in public, for example, if he's driving in 2004, I had seen if the person is driving vehicle with a speed, then radar will catch the photo and send that photo to the person's mobile or the person where he's working. Example, Rishabh is working in Reliance factory, then he will send it to Reliance HR. And if he's living in Mumbai area, say Goregaon, then he will send that photo with fine details to the 10 persons in Goregaon area publicly via website, so that the things will improve in India. And one more thing I would like to tell you, one example, I forgot the name of that person. There were twin attacks. There were twin towers in America. Okay. and Taliban attacked that towers. Do you know the person who was not given the task to find the messages, but he was from Nagpur? I forgot his name. Okay, he's experts in messaging. Without, he was studying all the messages. Okay, and he found that this message is something different. He sent that message with his everything to the American government, and American government had taken immediate action. They called for investigation there, and with his support, they could trace the things. So we have to think that if India is having persons having extraordinary knowledge, then they should be given recognition, and such persons' abilities should be utilized in the national interest. Okay, I forgot that person's name. He's from Nagpur, that is sure. Okay, Nagpur, Maharashtra. So from this also we can take into consideration that Indian persons, even the work was not assigned to him to find out who had attacked the Twin Towers in America. He studied the things and he sent report to the America. Then regarding UAE government also, I would like to tell you it is different, but UAE government's recognition and reflection, fast reflection. I had sent one suggestion to UAE government for something, okay, regarding steel sector. They have sent me report after say 15 days that yes, regarding this we think like that. But if you send any suggestion to the Indian government or chief ministers, you will not get much reply faster, or you will get reply that nowadays there is two websites, www.pmindia.government.in, and there is another website known as pgportal.government.in. On that, if you send any suggestion or complaint, you will get receipt that it went to the such and such person with his name, surname, email ID, and his mobile number or landline number. But what action is taken, that you will not come to know. But in this way, government will not run. Government have to submit the report that this action is given by the citizen and what action government had taken. Anybody is having any questions?
Any questions from anyone? So Milind sir, would you like to add anything or we can end this session? Let me know.
We can end the session now. Okay. That is what I feel. Whatever points I would like to tell you to each and every person. If you have anything in mind, you write at this website, you will get suggestion and as an alert citizen of India. Okay. We should be alert and give at least one suggestion to government to increase the internal security of India. In this way also, we can increase the internal security of India and keep it posted via Facebook or any other media which you like.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. So the next thing is like for the participant, as this session got finished, we will be meeting after some time because I need to consult with the respective expert and we'll let you know when to start the next session. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.